talk about at the Moldy table. Welcome back.
Welcome to the Moldy Table. My name is Kevin the Mevin, and I am here with no time for nonsense. And today, we're going to be doing what we do on the Moldy Table.
Yep, that was a great intro right there,
Yep.
Kevin. So, we're the Epic Gamer Duo, and this is our podcast. I'm Sam. Let's do this, boys. What's our first topic?
All right, so our first topic is actually about the podcast itself, because the podcast is getting a pretty big ego.
Yeah, we got a nice response to our first episode.
Yeah, those 79 views are really going to our heads. But basically, we're going to be talking about, how our first podcast was. I thought it was pretty good.
Me too.
I thought it was a pretty good episode. The only critique I'd give myself is that I say like too many times. But
I don't do it as much as you, but I did do it more than I would have liked to.
Oh, I get it. Funny meme. But then I was actually watching a podcast that Turkey Tom was on, and Turkey Tom's really bad about it too. So I don't feel as bad about saying like every 2 seconds, but it's still kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to do that less.
Yeah, me too.
But bear with.
Call us out on it if we say like too many times.
Yeah. For every time we say like, comment Sam is a nerd in the chat, or not the chat, the comments. Same diff. Speaking of the comments, we actually got some pretty spicy comments.
Yeah.
That I want to read out. And they were on the podcast, which is pretty epic.
Should we do the most special comment first?
I don't know which one's the most special.
The one from
I'll just read them in the order.
Our friend Isaac.
Oh yeah, so if you're a longtime Moldy tabler of 2 days
of the one episode that we have out,
yeah, you'll know that we talked about a god of a man named Isaac DC, who makes videos of him dancing in Walmart. He commented on our video and said, best roast of 2018, no doubt. I'm royally shooken. I don't think we really... Did we roast him? I don't remember roasting him.
I guess
remember what we even said?
We said that he made a video called Dancing in Walmart, and then another video called Trump Reacts to Me Dancing in Walmart. I don't really remember the context in which we talked about him.
Yeah, I don't think I would have roasted him because I kind of like his videos.
I've never actually seen any of his. Yeah, I've literally seen none of his videos, actually.
I've seen like 1 minute of it. I thought it was kind of good. The funny thing to me is he DM'd me, I think it was like a day ago or something, and he just kind of DM'd me his channel.
He did the same thing for me.
Actually.
Should I tell you my reply? Wait, what was your reply? Did you reply?
My reply was, you don't need to send me your channel. You already know I'm your #1 fan. What was your reply?
My reply was, thank you for sending me your channel, the famous Mr. DC. I very much enjoyed watching you dance in Walmart. Thank you for watching the podcast that I made where I talked about you. Stay strong, my golden nugget. Stay strong.
So anyway, the moral of the story is go subscribe to Isaac DC. He makes great stuff.
React to him dancing in Walmart.
Yeah, no, react to Trump reacting to him
dancing in Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah. Go do that right now. And who else did we get comments from? We didn't get... The other thing I was surprised about the comments, we did not get a single negative comment, and that's kind of new for me. The comment that I'm most interested is we got a comment from this dude named Blayton, who I was telling Sam about before we recorded this. He was saying, this is a real podcast, better than ours. The first thing I love about this comment is he uses the word ours in a very loose way. Like, who's he really is he talking about me, you, and as if we have a podcast?
Better than yeah. Who is he referring to by ours? It must be all three of us.
Yeah, we have a podcast with Blatant. Go subscribe to it. I think what he's referring to is his podcast with, what are their names? Benson Chen and Aggers. I think that's how you pronounce their names. I haven't seen much of their videos, but I do know of Blatant, though, and I think it's worth talking about him for a few minutes, because he's an interesting dude. He's like a prime example of a very small amount of fame going to his head. Like, remember that guy at VidCon a few years ago who was, like, saying that he needs security or something like that? Do you remember that guy?
Yeah, I mean, I remember the kid that Rice Gum made a video about, where it was some kid, like, yelling at the security guards saying that they were irrelevant.
Yeah, I think, or like Bluesdank, how he thought he needed security at some convention.
I don't care enough to know anything about Bluesdank.
Anyway, back to Blatant. So basically, he got kind of a big head, and he got into some drama with some other YouTubers. I don't know. The only thing, I watched a few videos on Blatant because a few people exposed him, and the thing I took away from from Blatant is he apparently one time went into a Discord call and pretended to be high. Which to me, I don't even know what to think of that. Like, what are you trying to accomplish with doing that?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. So, Blatant, if you're watching, please tell us what you were trying to accomplish. We're very curious individuals.
We are.
But anyway, nowadays he has a podcast, which I don't know if I mentioned. I think it's called the Labcast. It's
the
kind
Labcast
of a good
podcast. Yeah.
It's a pretty good podcast, I'd say.
He has more subscribers than me, but our podcast has more subscribers than his, so we're better.
Anyway, on his podcast, he said something about Leafy being really repetitive. But if you look at his channel, all his videos are exactly like Leafy's videos. And oops. Like, they're pretty much exact. He has this one video where he just roasts kids making diss tracks.
Yeah.
And I guess, I mean, you can roast kids all you want. I think it's kind of not okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, if that's your thing, that's your thing.
I would not support roasting kids, actually. I would actually go as far as to say that if that's your thing, that it shouldn't be your thing.
Yeah. I don't think YouTube's the place for that, and
I don't think
you really should be doing that.
The place for that. Don't roast kids.
Yeah,
they're children.
It was really mean. Yeah, and you know that's like a whole nother problem. The thing that really stuck out to what I don't like is he was criticizing Leafy for being repetitive when all his videos are the same. Like, you need to, I don't know. Maybe I'm really hypocritical. I always think about that. That sometimes I could be just the most hypocritical person, but I feel like I'm not, because someone would have called me out by now.
People have called you out on being a hypocrite, but they're just wrong.
What? Who called me out on being a hypocrite?
That guy that thought that we were the same person.
Oh, well, he thought we were the same. He was calling you a hypocrite then.
Well, alright, so some guy...
Because we're the same person, therefore you're a hypocrite.
Alright, yeah, but, okay, for context, some guy who watched Kevin's video left a comment saying that he was a hypocrite, and then I responded trying to explain why he wasn't a hypocrite. And then they responded to me saying, why are you saying in Kevin's video when you are Kevin? I'm not convinced that this isn't Kevin's second account. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the video. Like, we are very clearly people with different voices.
Don't listen to him. We're the same person.
We scripted this podcast, and this is just one of us making two recordings and putting them together.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's kind of how our podcast went over. It was pretty good. Please leave some epic comments in this podcast. Maybe we'll make it a weekly thing, or or a podcastly thing, however often we upload these. By the way, we're uploading this podcast kind of soon after the first one. Don't expect consistent uploads.
Yeah.
Please don't. For the life of you guys.
Yeah, because we don't want to have to get stuck into like a weekly upload schedule because we have lives outside of YouTube.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Anyway, so our next topic is about a little bandwagon among the small YouTubers. I would say.
I wouldn't even say
Quentin
among
reviews.
the small. Yeah, I wouldn't say among the small YouTubers because I think that we're the only like small YouTube people that made videos about it. All the other videos about it were from the liberal destroyers.
Really?
Yeah.
We might be.
Oh,
I've seen
a lot
of
them.
small YouTubers make videos.
Well, yeah,
we can talk about this
I
because
mean,
I don't think I've watched all. I haven't watched that many videos on Quentin reviews just because I don't care enough. And
I mean,
yeah,
we both
you
made
can
videos on him.
Okay, here's the thing about my video. I didn't intend it to be some sort of exposed video. I had this idea for a series a while back where I would just review people's Instagrams, but I never got around to doing that. And I saw Quentin reviews and the Needle Drop making some bad tweets.
No, you
so
didn't. I sent them to you.
I still saw them.
Yes, but I get credit for you seeing them.
Fine. Sam made me see them.
Thank you.
But anyway, I lost my train of thought now. But anyway, so yes, Sam made me see some tweets, and I was just like, what if I make a series about people's Twitter? And I do have more Tweets Against Humanity videos planned, so stay tuned for those. And I didn't expect it got like 1,000 views, which is kind of a lot for me.
Yeah, and me.
Yeah, and there were some serious convos going down in the comments.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was surprised. I brought up some interesting points, I guess.
Well, I also brought up some interesting points because I was in the video and helped you write the script. So it might just be that everyone's subscribing to you because I was in your video.
I'm pretty sure almost all the hate comments revolve around you.
Yeah, most of the hate comments are about how terrible I am.
Yeah, because here's what I got the most criticism for. I got criticism for my audio mixing being terrible, which I completely understand.
Because
you're
the
static noise.
When you did the static noise, it was so
It was
bad.
really the static noise was just so loud.
Yeah.
So I completely understand that one. That's completely on me. And then the other criticisms I got were like about you, because there's that guy who thought we were the same person. There was some guy who just kind of gave you a C+.
Yeah, actual justice warrior, with like 10,000 subscribers, gave you a B+. Well, to be specific, he said B+ for the cartoon man, and C+ for the other guy with the pixelation. So I enjoy getting criticism, but he didn't really criticize me. He just kind of gave me a letter grade. So I responded being like, can you be more specific as to why I got my C+? And then he gave me some actual criticism that I can like improve upon. So that's nice. But it was pretty much just your camera quality was bad, which doesn't really help me because I just kind of ordered a new camera and it isn't here yet.
Yeah.
So
that's a shame. But anyway, so this Quentin reviews thing, it kind of turned into a little bit of a bandwagon, and I don't want to sound really pretentious, but I feel like I kind of contributed to that because first of all, there was someone who was in my comments saying that he used part of my video in his, and I didn't really watch it because his name was Gort. You can go watch his.
I watched it. I watched some of it.
You can go watch it and tell me what it was like. I just couldn't handle the text to voice thing.
Yeah.
But he did credit me, so
Uh-huh.
I guess I can't
I
say
couldn't
too
really
much.
pay much attention to the points that he made because it was really hard to sit through because the entire video is text to speech.
Yeah. The text-to-speech really lets things down. I used to think that it was bearable, but it's really not.
Yeah.
Like, don't use text to
Don't use
speech.
it for entire videos where you're trying to make good points.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't even say. I would say just don't use it at all.
I mean, from like the
it's kind
2
of a
points,
dead meme at this
from the
point.
2 points that I listened to, they were good points. But like I only listened to 2 of them cuz I didn't want to watch the rest of the video.
But anyway, the Quentin reviews thing, as I've probably said a million times, yeah, turned into a band, and there were a lot of videos made about it. And I have to say, this is probably one of the better bandwagons in YouTube, only because there's a lot more to say in a lot of respects.
But people aren't saying things about it that's like productive.
Yeah.
Like I just by the time that we're recording this podcast, I just uploaded my video on him an hour ago. And I'd like to think that I was fair enough to both sides and didn't sound like an angry person that was screaming that my opinion was correct. Because that's what a lot of the videos were. They weren't by channels that are just like political channels. They were by like the liberal destroyer channels where they just really hate liberals and all their videos are about how much liberals suck.
Yeah. I've seen I didn't know about this because the videos I've seen are mostly by really small YouTubers, and they're criticizing Quentin for like a video he did on T-Series that he deleted on PewDiePie and T-Series, for for his Trump rant and for his joke about JonTron in his most recent video. And those 3 criticisms to me are not really valid because the PewDiePie and T-Series video he took down.
Yeah, I don't feel like you can criticize people for things that they took down from the internet. Because, like, they just, I don't know. Like, they decided that that there was something about it that they didn't want on their channel anymore, or that like, didn't represent them. So then, you making a video about it and criticizing it, he might agree with everything that you're saying, which is why he deleted it.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with mentioning it, because I think just because you take the video down doesn't mean you should be immediately, like, doesn't mean all criticism is void. But I think it doesn't really work to say you're exposing this or you're bringing this up if he already took it down, because if he took it down, chances are he knew something was wrong with it. Yeah. I think it's okay if you mention it as just kind of something that he did, but I don't think spending too much time on it is really acceptable. And people criticize him for like that Trump rant he did in his Logan Paul video, and I don't really like that either because I don't understand why anyone cares. Like, I understand it was kind of out of nowhere, but
I mean, I didn't really. I don't want to reveal too much about my politics, but if you go onto my Twitter and then click tweets and replies, you would probably be able to kind of figure it out. But I didn't really disagree with that much that he said in that rant. It was just sort of that it wasn't well. Like, he didn't say anything in a way that was good. Like, he didn't explain his points well. He just sort of said everything like he knew he was correct. And it wasn't funny and just kind of came out of nowhere and didn't have a reason to be in his video.
Yeah, and to me, it's just... To me, that's more of an editing mistake or a scripting mistake. That's not really... I don't know, to me, that's not worth making a video about, because many people I've seen have mentioned that in their videos, and I don't think that's fair personally. And I've seen people in my comment section saying like that they unsubscribed because that they lost respect for Quentin and they unsubscribed, And I'm just like, I didn't want to encourage that personally, because I should have made it more clear that I wasn't encouraging people to unsubscribe to Quentin. I was just kind of saying that I personally lost respect for him, and I probably should have made that more clear.
Yeah.
If you like Quentin's content, keep watching it, because that's good.
I tried to make that.
You don't.
Yeah, I tried to make that clear in my video.
It's really hard because when you put that disclaimer in, it kind of makes it seem like you don't believe your points in a way.
Well, I also didn't say I lost respect for him. I just said I literally can't watch his videos anymore because I feel like he doesn't want me to watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I felt in a way too.
Like if I knew that he was okay with me watching his videos, then I would instantly subscribe to him again. Like, I don't care if we disagree on things. I honestly couldn't care less. I mean, obviously I do care, but it wouldn't keep me from watching his content. But I just feel like he doesn't want me watching his videos.
Well,
so.
he made a tweet basically saying, if you like Ben Shapiro, I don't want you watching my videos.
Yeah.
And whether he intended it like that or not, that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I don't know how you could intend it without it looking bad. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, I felt the same way. Like, I feel like he doesn't want me to watch his videos. I do want to point out some good videos on this topic, just because I feel like there's a lot of bad ones out there that criticize something.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to see another good one that's not by us, I would suggest checking out this one by Sinosure YT. I think that's how you say his name. We'll leave a link to it in the description if you're curious about this topic, because he made a pretty good video.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it, Sam, but I liked it.
Hopefully by the time this video is out, my Quentin Reviews video, which I uploaded an hour ago, has 8 billion views and is the most popular video on YouTube.
Okay. So,
should we
next topic?
move on from talking about our videos?
So
let's talk about how terrible Instagram is. For a little bit.
Sam wants to talk about Instagram.
Yeah, I read some news article about how the creator of Instagram deleted her Instagram, and I thought it was really funny. Yeah. So I have like a private Instagram for my in real life friends, and all my friends have Instagrams.
I believe it's pronounced IRL.
Sure, if you want to be hip with the kids and just kind of say the letters. Hold on, I need to go on a rant here because
I'm hip with my dungarees.
All right. I need to go on a rant here.
Do you know what dungarees are?
Yes, they're like pants.
No, they're jeans.
Okay, jeans are the same thing as pants, Kevin. I need to go on a rant here because saying I understand saying like lol instead of like laughing out loud, but IRL instead of in real life, it doesn't save any time. It's the same amount of syllables. IRL and in real life, they both have 3 syllables. So all you're doing is saying the letters instead of the words and making it more confusing for people to understand. So stop saying IRL unless you're typing.
What if you said Earl? That'd be less syllables.
You can say Earl instead of in real life. I give you permission.
So you have an
to
Instagram for your Earl friends.
Yes, I have an Instagram for Earl, and
it doesn't sound right.
But I just sort of post stuff on it whenever I feel like it. But a lot of my friends, they get really concerned with how many likes their pictures have and editing their pictures to make them look really good, and they spend a lot of time on Instagram, and I think I've come to the conclusion that our brains aren't meant to process this much information of interactions that aren't Earl. Because interactions, they should be I don't know, maybe I'm just an old-fashioned 90-year-old grandparent, But I feel like
With
interactions...
your dungarees.
Yeah, with my dungarees. I feel like interactions are meant to be face-to-face, and that our brains aren't meant to process this many interactions over Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter, and I feel like they just sort of
Hashtag no time
overload.
for nonsense is a hypocrite because he has interactions with people that aren't Earl. What do you have to say about that, Mr. No Time
Well,
for
yeah,
Nonsense, being a hypocrite?
Of course, everyone, like, nowadays, everyone...
I'm going to make an exposed video on you now called No Time for Nonsense is a hypocrite.
Alright, fine, Kevin. The Mevin, if that is your real name. I just feel like, obviously, considering all this new social
Considering
media...
what No Time for Nonsense, if that is your real name.
Considering all this new social media that we have, you are going to have interactions with people that aren't in real life, and that's not a bad thing, because I wouldn't have met a couple of the people that I know now, or like I wouldn't have talked to them if it weren't for social media and interactions that aren't Earl. But I feel like for the social media influencers who are constantly uploading videos every day and talking to other influencers that they don't know anything about, our brains aren't meant to process this much information that isn't given to you by a person face to face.
Well, here's the thing. I think that if you kind of take everything in moderation, I think it can be okay. Because, like, if we have guests on this podcast, we're not going to be having that conversation through... You're not going to be having that conversation, Earl.
Yeah.
We're going to be having it over a Skype call or Discord call or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think that's as bad because we both have lives outside of
exactly.
YouTube. Not to be mean to anyone, but I'm going to use this as an example. If you're Keemstar, for example, like,
yeah.
I'm saying this. Keemstar spends way too much time on YouTube, and you can definitely see that it's really hurting him.
Keemstar is a broken man.
Yeah.
He just spends all day looking at Twitter trying to find drama, and then when there isn't drama, he tweets that there's no drama.
I love how Keemstar's become so... He really wants some new drama that he likes because, you know, it's got to be drama that Keemstar likes, otherwise he can't report on it. Yeah. That he's kind of gone back to these dead YouTubers and started talking to them. Like, who cares about Leafy anymore? I know that's kind of a bad argument.
Everyone cares about Leafy.
Yeah,
I'm Alex cares too much about Leafy. Hashtag I'm Alex. You should stop caring about Leafy.
Hashtag I'm Alex. Why do you have 5 podcasts? That's almost impressive in a way.
He has 5 podcasts, but he ended 6.
But anyway, but I guess who cares? But I think we've all agreed that we've moved past Leafy at this point.
I mean, us two agree. I don't know about everyone else that really cares about Leafy bullying children and is like, come back, Leafy.
The way I see it is that we all still talk about Leafy, but we've kind of accepted that we're in a new era of YouTube in a way.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, if Leafy comes back, I don't think that many people will care. And if he doesn't come back, I also think not that many people will care.
If he comes
I think
back,
the whole idea of him coming back was kind of big, but when he actually comes back, if he actually comes back, I doubt it's going to be a big thing.
If he comes back, the commentary community is going to freak out for a total of 12 hours, and then no one's going to care.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, he's just going to be back making YouTube. Like, for example, when Zaptai came back.
Yeah, exactly.
No one cared.
To say that. People cared for a total of 5 hours. And everyone was like, oh my god, it's Zaptai, including me, because it was very surprising, because I was not expecting him to come back. But then it's kind of like, alright, he uploaded a fine video, and it was good, but alright.
Yeah, I saw a tweet from me and Turkey Tom, and maybe I saw a tweet from you, but I honestly don't remember. Did you tweet about it?
I kind of just tweeted, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and linked Zaptai's video.
Okay.
Turkey Tom tweeted, oh my god, guys, Zaptai's back. And then you tweeted, like, I guess Zaptie's back. And yeah, a lot of people just kind of tweeted, I guess Zaptie's back, lol. And that's pretty much
Yeah.
it. Just to
just
kind of
so outta
acknowledge
nowhere.
that they knew that he was back.
Yeah, because no one will care.
Yeah.
Like, no one. And here's the thing: if Leafy comes back, maybe Keemstar will report on it, but I honestly doubt he will, because he knows that no one's gonna care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I can give Keemstar credit for one thing, like for all the damage he's probably done to himself with just being on Twitter and doing what Keemstar does, like he really knows what he's doing in the YouTube world.
Yeah.
He really does know what he's doing, and you really can't deny that, because he's been constantly growing for a while now.
Uh-huh.
Like, when you think about it, like 2016, 2017, 2018 have all been fairly good years for him, growth-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he's going to go anywhere for a while. And then everyone's saying, like, oh, if iDubbbz uploads a content cop on anyone, their career will just die. First of all, you're stupid. And second of all, everyone always talks about how iDubbbz is a YouTube god, and it's like, alright, I like his content, but you can very fairly bring up good criticisms for some of his videos. Like, if someone doesn't like an iDubbbz video, it's not like they're factually incorrect. Like, calm down.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say content cops don't kill careers. I know, it's crazy.
They don't, but everyone's already made videos about that.
Yeah, and have they really? I haven't seen any of them.
There are a lot of videos.
I've been kind of out of the YouTube loop for a while. I really only talk about.
Well,
I really only
you're not
discuss
out of the
drama
YouTube,
involving me.
You're not out of the. You're not out of the YouTube loop. You're just out of the loop of idiots that care too much about things.
Yeah,
because that's all the commentary community is. It's people that care too much about things that don't matter.
Yeah, and I mean, we can say the same things about us, because at the end of the day, what do our videos really matter?
They don't.
I mean, for me at least, I see this kind of audience of people that like watching people make structured videos about people on the internet, and I'll admit it's kind of an interesting idea, so I kind of jumped on it, and I think it's fun, because I don't totally see the appeal in my videos, as sad as that sounds. I don't totally see why people like them, but it's kind of fun to see, like, what people like about them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. Every time I make a video, in about a couple months, I look back at it and just get very underwhelmed with what I made. Except for a couple of them. Cards Against College, I can rewatch, and I legitimately think it's, like, something really good. That's pretty much it. My new video, not the one that I just uploaded about Quentin reviews, the one that I've spent, like, over half a year making, I think it's gonna be, like, really, really good, hopefully. It's gonna be, like, really long, and it's gonna be cinematic and stuff, so hopefully people like it. And it's not on, like, one person, which is nice, that it's on more of a topic instead of PewDiePie exposed he shaved his beard too many times.
Can I just say, I think we should wrap up soon because we've kind of been going for a while, but can I just say, this is kind of off topic, but Keemstar and Kavos breaking up, can we just appreciate, that's so hashtag sad. Hashtag rip Keemstar and Kavos.
Yeah.
I'm legitimately sad about that, because I found their whole dynamic, I like their whole dynamic, because, once Kavos made his 30th Logan Paul video, he just kind of lost all his credibility anyway. So honestly, I'm always up for watching a Kavos video, because I feel like they're already kind of nothing. Kavos, he made his video really quick. Keemstar makes his videos in, like, actually an hour. Yeah. There's an interview somewhere where he says there's this interview, I don't know who it's with, but there's an interview where at the end he gets interrupted by Deji, who just kind of comes into the Skype call and is just like, Keemstar, I thought we were playing Fortnite. and just kind of yells at Keemstar.
Oh my god.
And then Keemstar just like, yeah, Deji, I need an hour to upload this and post it. And I'm like, and I was thinking, you spend an hour uploading and posting? I spend an hour, like, I don't spend an hour at any stage of my videos.
I spend
crazy.
a while on. Well, also you don't have the factor of recording your face.
Yeah,
in your
and I
videos.
still. Yeah, and that makes Keemstar's videos like worse because he does have that factor.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want to spread a bunch of Keemstar hate, but
Yeah.
you know, there's no shame in taking more time on your videos, Daniel. So, and honestly, I think that spending more time on your videos always works out.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, this is a little end of the podcast, Kevin the Mevin conspiracy theory, but you look at dudes like Logan Paul, Jake Paul,
Yeah.
PewDiePie to some degree.
Just yeah.
They all have editors. And their videos look a lot better. And you know, say what you want about Logan Paul, but his
But at least
videos,
they're
number one,
videos
get views,
can
and number
watch.
two, they're watchable. And I think there's a reason he has as many subscribers as he does.
Of course there is. He's loud and
Yeah.
appeals to a demographic. Like
Okay.
I would say
Yeah,
that
we gotta-
Logan Paul's videos.
Sam, we gotta be really loud.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
and then
get
we'll
views
more
if we're not
subscribers.
loud.
I would say that
Talk louder. You're
no.
not gonna get views unless you talk louder.
Kevin, it's like 12 p.m.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
a.m. It's like 12 a.m. I'm not gonna talk louder.
Oops.
So, a closing point, I would say that Logan Paul's videos are better than those of, like, Kavos. Because I think that overall, Logan Paul is probably a worse person than Kavos. But at least his videos aren't just, look at this guy, I don't like him. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah, alright, we should probably wrap up. I want to tell a story first about me being in a restaurant, though. Some real life Kevin the Mevin
yeah.
here. So, I I was in this restaurant, and you know how and I wanted to order a Coke because, I don't know, I just did. And I only wanted one Coke, but I guess I drank the Coke kind of fast, and they brought me another one, and I said audibly, I don't need another Coke. And I shouldn't have said that because that was kind of rude.
Is that the story?
Yeah.
We're
We're gonna make this. We're gonna
great
make
story.
this. We're gonna make this a ritual at the end of every podcast. I tell a story about me being at a
No.
place.
No, we're not making that a ritual.
Didn't I do that at the end of? Didn't I do that at the end of the last one where I? Didn't I talk about some
Maybe.
food place
All
I
right,
was at?
sure. You can tell a new story at the end of every podcast, but like don't force it. All right? Like don't be like, "All right,
Okay.
I have a story. I was at a restaurant and I went to the bathroom. That's the story." Like it has to be something somewhat interesting.
Yeah, stay tuned for that, boys. All right. That's gonna be the end. Goodbye, children. Self-promotion. Go subscribe to my channel. Don't subscribe to Sam's.
Go subscribe to my channel. Don't subscribe to Kevin's.
Join our Discord server, but join it because I told you to.
Join our Discord server, but join it because I told you to.
No one likes a copycat, Sam.
Follow Kevin the Mevin on Twitter.
Follow No Time for Nonsense on Twitter. Okay? This is getting old, okay?
Okay, bye.
Goodbye, children.